Hi, my name is Christopher Hiett, and I just turned professional for POWELL-PERALTA skateboards, and it's the craziest moment of my life.
Yes!
Oh, seriously. You guys are the best friends I could ever have, ever, seriously. I grew up in a small town, Evansville, Indiana. Started skateboarding around 10 years old. I'm 24 now, so I've been skateboarding for a very long time, and I just can't believe what's happened. I'm beyond grateful, and I could not have done it without all of you. So I was turning 18 years old after being on shop flow for POWELL-PERALTA through Killer since I was 14 years old. I remember getting on only a couple days after I turned 14. They sent me a shop flow box, and I did that for 4 more years, constantly filming, trying to get better, because I wanted to move out here. My dream was to move out to California. So I came out to California for 1 week, wondering if this was possible. It was just, I was able to skate with Powell twice during that time. The first time we skated a stair set, which is what I'm not really super good at, but I still really wanted to get it. I mean, the vibes were just like crazy. Everyone was having a great time. I skated that, and then we went to a roof spot in Glendale, and I got a trick, and DeVille was really happy about it, and he invited me that night on the last day I was there. I had decided the last day I was there, it was super fun. I was like, this worked out. It was really great. I'm so happy that I tried, but it's really hard to live in California for me. I had never left, I'd never lived anywhere else. Moving out to California was a huge step and something pretty scary to me. The last day I was there, I was happy because I got to experience skateboarding in California, and I thought that, if anything, that was the best moments of my life, and I was happy and content. And then DeVille, the very last day, as he was dropping me off, asked me if I wanted to come and live with him. And I was terrified because I'd never been away from home, but I had to say yes. I immediately was just like, I have to do it. So I took the leap at 18. I moved out to California to live in DeVille's closet. I lived in this really tiny closet, and it was great. Every moment was great. I helped DeVille do stuff around the house. We got to skate on the weekends, and it was just incredible. I'm 24 now, and now I'm professional for POWELL-PERALTA. I am so shocked at everything. I remember before coming out that weekend for California, I went into relaxed small college in Evansville, and I walked out of the intro to the courses. I remember we all sat around after my mom went off with the other parents, and I went with the kids, and they were asking us what we wanted to do. It was going around a table, and they were asking everyone what they wanted to do, and I just, everything just blurred. My brain was just like, what am I doing? I don't want to do any of this. I want to skateboard. I really just want to skateboard. And at the time, it was for better or worse decision. Now it was obviously for better decision. I stood up while they were all talking about what they wanted to do at the college and what courses they wanted to take. And I walked out. I walked out of that college. I called my mom and told her, hey, I'm outside. She was a little bit upset because she didn't know what I was gonna do with my life if I didn't do college, because you don't know if this is gonna work. I mean, it's such a pipe dream. And I told her, I said, no, I want this. No matter what I have to do, I want to go skateboard, and I want to live in California. Whether I go pro or not, I want to be there. And she believed in me. She let me do it. She let me move out to California. And somehow it worked out. I mean, the stars aligned. I have loved every single day out here. I'm gonna continue to live out here for as long, probably forever. I love California, and I can't believe that I'm holding a skateboard with my name on it from the legendary company of POWELL-PERALTA. I really can't believe it. This is the graphic. I mean, it's everything I could ever imagine and want. The colors came out perfect, and I'm so stoked on it. What you just watched is me getting surprised. I was definitely caught off guard. I was not expecting to turn pro that day at all, especially with the other graphic. I had no idea that was coming, and that's not out, but maybe someday, I don't know. But this is the graphic right now, and this is the one that I worked on, the VCJ, as well as the shape that I worked on with Andy and Justin, and I'm gonna talk all about that, and I'm just super stoked to explain all the different things of this board that I really enjoy and why it is the way it is. I honestly cannot believe that it's real and it's finally here. You guys have been asking for a long time, and I like can't believe that it actually happened. I didn't know if it was ever gonna happen. I was just stoked to be riding my skateboard out here every day, just like feeling so nice and feeling good about like being like, oh my God, I get to skateboard every day and I get POWELL-PERALTA skateboards. Like, I didn't even think that this would ever happen. I'm super stoked to explain everything about this, including the artwork by VCJ that we worked on together. I kind of want to talk about the shape of the board. This board has things that literally help my skating daily and will help yours as well. I mean, it's an incredible shape because thanks to Andy and Justin at Skate One, we were able to do this. We were able to go through so many experimental skateboards, and they were so patient and kind with me, and they understood what I was looking for, and they had fun and I had fun. I'm just gonna kind of talk about where it started. So I got the call, come down to the warehouse and start shaping my board. One of the things that I really wanted was, my favorite skateboard at the time to skate was the Steve Size board. It was a great board. It still is a great board. You can still get it. The shape is amazing. But fishtail boards have a little bit of a problem when it comes to a certain trick I like to do, which is impossibles. That edge on the fishtail actually makes an impossible a little bit harder because it's counteracting what you need it to do. And what you need it to do is you need to be able to have this little point on the tail where it lifts the left wheel, or if you're goofy, the right wheel, in order for it to actually wrap when you're popping it. And so the first thing I wanted to do was cut down these edges, make them diamond. You know, if we were able to make these edges curved, it would not only help impossibles, but it helps pressure flips and tray flips. And we were able to do that with this board. And it was just like, it was perfect immediately. The tail was perfect. It helps you lock into tail slides even better because of how much space it has. It helps you lock into blunt slides. I mean, it really helps so many tricks having this big tail right here. And I think that if you guys tried it out, you would love it as much as I do, because it is really nice. So we did that, kept this part being the Steve Size, coming up into a 9.5 right here at its biggest. It is a 5.5 inch nose, a 6.8 inch tail. Nose is a really good size, I find. You can still do nose blunts and nose slides. Completely the same. It shouldn't change anything really. It'll take a second to get used to, but you'll just be right back to it. And it just looks really nice to me. I think that this board came out beautifully looking. I think it looks good. We started off the nose pretty small, and we kept kind of moving it up in order to get the balance of the skateboard perfectly. So it's actually a very well balanced skateboard. So we were able to do that. The nose started off by doing a Tony Hawk medallion board, because I really thought that that board looked beautiful. I mean, it was a crazy looking board, especially at the time, and people really liked it. So we started off with that, but I started with the nose being square. I initially wanted the nose to have points on it, and so eventually, after having the square nose, I noticed something about it, that it was harder to do nose blunts out of quarter pipes because it was missing that little edge. So I was like, we're finally gonna be able to do the points that I want, because we kind of figured it out that this little top right here of the nose actually helps you pop out of nose blunts. It's really interesting. You get the board and try it. That little extra nose helps way more than having it squared off right here. That just little tiny edge. It came out so good. You have so much room for your foot on the nose, so much room for your foot on the tail. Wheelbase is 14.6. It gives you the width to feel comfortable on ramps, which is, if you don't know, usually 15-inch wheelbase is what you use on vert and transition. It really, really helps. And then on street boards, it's usually a size 14 wheelbase because it helps the board flip faster. But when I put it to 14.6 in between, it gave me both the comfort of riding ramps and it can flip faster than a 15, and it flips really, really fast actually. So I think that 14.6 is a perfect wheelbase for me, and I hope it is for you too. So let's talk about the graphic right here that VCJ helped me come up with. I originally came in to the email with VCJ already knowing basically what I wanted. I wanted a jack-in-the-box because it represents a lot to me. So the jack-in-the-box to me is a representation of myself, and I believe many others, and I hope that it resonates with you guys if you feel this way, that you're kind of stuck in this little box and you feel safe in your zone, and you don't want to show the world who you really are, or you're not ready to, and it's just like you're really safe in this nice little box, but you want to show them who you are. You want to dress the way you want to. You want to be the way you want to in any way, shape, or form, any identity, whatever you want. And for me, coming out of the box represents being free to me, being able to show the world who I really am deep inside and not locking it away in the box, literally. I really wanted a jack-in-the-box, and VCJ was amazing at it. He came up with so many different designs. I have a plethora of VCJ drawings that are all absolutely incredible. Midway through the drawing that VCJ was doing, he unfortunately suffered a heart attack. He recovered, but while he was drawing it, we didn't know what was gonna be on the box. Originally it was an ace, like an ace of spades, and it didn't really have a meaning to me, and VCJ knew that, and he was actually asking what I would want. And then when VCJ had his heart attack, it just, something clicked where I felt so bad for him, and I wanted him to get better, and he was just right back to wanting to draw. I mean, it was like, it was just like how we are with skateboarding. We can't stop no matter what happens to us. And it was just like, dude, you are the best. Like, VCJ is the man. I've always really liked having hearts places. I have them tattooed all over my body, as well as I use the black heart on my Instagram and on my YouTube and in any social media. I really love the idea of a heart. Yeah, a lot of cheesy ways, you know, it's love, it's what literally pumps your entire body to get it to move. You need your heart to live. And VCJ was on a machine that was helping his heart pump blood. And when I mentioned the idea of a heart, he just immediately knew what he wanted. He wanted it to be a heart right in the center, and these right here was how he felt when the machine was pumping his heart for him. And for that to be incorporated into the art, this board is just, I couldn't be more excited. We came together and we both have something that means stuff to each of us in this artwork. And it's just like, man, I'm stoked. I'm so happy, and I hope you guys like it as well. Up with the colors, me and Billy did. It sent me a lot, and I sent him back, and I really wanted a bright, vibrant background, so I settled on a pink that I really wanted. The other choices were green background, and maybe someday you guys will see that one. But for now, I went with the pink. I really love the color pink. I mean, obviously, the hair has shades of pink in it. I've always skated, you know, pink boards, the Steve size of the pink board. I love that color, and so I was able to get this pink. We did green on the box, we did blue hair, I mean, it's just, everything about it came out exactly how I wanted. And then we were able to do foil right here, so it's actually shiny, and it just looks so good to me, and I couldn't be more excited. And then Billy asked me, he said, hey, how do you feel about the color and everything? He showed me the board, and I was super stoked, but it felt like it was kind of missing one little element at the end that made it feel like the 80s board that I wanted it to be. I wanted it to represent not just me, but the idea of like the 80s and you know, gleaming the cube and that feeling, and what all 80s boards, you know, the McGill, the Steve Caballero, they had their signature underneath. So we decided to go with putting my signature right underneath, and that is foiled as well. I mean, it just couldn't be more me. This board is literally a representation of who I am on the inside, and I'm just unbelievably stoked. I'm so happy about everything everything this board has on it and that it represents. Another thing about this board is if you put rails on your board, it looks good. Like, it fits really well. The graphic is still right there, the face is right there, and it just looks nice. I think that it's a good wall board, as well as obviously really, really perfect for skateboarding. I think that you will be able to do tricks a lot more, a lot easier, especially if you like doing tricks that I like to do. I mean, I built the board to not only accommodate myself, but to accommodate all of you. It skates ramps amazing, it skates street amazing. Hill slides are better, blunt slides are better. It can nose manual without a problem. I mean, it's honestly easier to nose manual this board than a longer nose board. And it flips so fast, especially kick flips. When you kick flip, it goes straight off the top. There's no long nose that's blocking your way. This little edge right here is literally designed perfectly for kick flips. I mean, it is just, man, you will have way better kick flips if you have this board. I just know it. I'm super stoked on how it came out. I'm stoked about everything that it represents in me and hopefully to you. If you see someone in the park with this skateboard, I'm hoping that it sends a message that you're not alone. You can go and talk to them and maybe start a conversation, start a friendship. So the board is gonna represent something more than me, is what I've always wanted from initially making this skateboard. You can hear me talk about it in so many different times, so many different interviews, that what I wanted on a skateboard is to make something that represents all of you, represents the kids who feel weird, kids who feel left out, kids who want to be themselves but are scared to. If you're skating this board at a park and you see someone else skating it, go up and say hi. We're all together. This board represents us, not just me. It represents freedom, it represents individuality, it represents you. I love you guys so much. I could not do this without you. I could not do it without POWELL-PERALTA either. I mean, you guys let this dream come true. I've been on POWELL-PERALTA since I was 14 years old, and now I'm 24 years old. I went from shop flow to factory flow to now I'm pro. And it's just like an unbelievable feeling. There's so much more to come. This is just the beginning. Could not have done this without my friends, my family, and especially without you guys. Every single like, comment, share, no matter what it was, it means everything to me, and it helps me so much. And if you guys want to get this board, you can either get it at your local skate shop, or if it's not there and you don't have one around, you can go to SkateOne or POWELL-PERALTA.com. You can pick yourself up one right here. I'm in love with this skateboard, and I hope you guys are too. Thank you so much for everything. I'm gonna show some skateboarding now of all the, the times I've had on this board. We went through so many experimental boards to get here. We went through a year and 9 months, or almost 2 years actually, of trying to get this shape perfectly dialed for you and for me. And it's just, I really hope you guys like this board. If you skate this board, or even get this board at all, I want you to take a photo, I want you to post it on Instagram, your story or anything. I want to share that. I really want to see it out in the wild. I want to see it skated. I will share those videos. I want to see it on your wall if you want to do that with it. I just want to see it, and I want to thank you personally for getting this skateboard, because that's how much it means to me. You mean everything to me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Stay alive. Later. Woo!
baby, in the rain.
My God, dude, what the? That's all the way.